Welcome to Black Love Matters, where this serves as a therapy session for figuring out adulthood,
loving each other,
or find our inner Brock Michelle,
or Jay-Z and Beyonce. Or this episode, we're going to go with Mike and Kyra Epps. Now, the comedian just married award-winning TV producer Kyra Robinson on June 23rd this year at the renowned resort at Pelican Hill. The couple exchanged vows amid a towering rotunda with the ocean background and an intimate ceremony of their 200 closest friends. The bride and the groom, both Midwest natives, brought families together from Indianapolis and Chicago. I didn't even know Mike Epps was dating.
let alone married.
Let alone about to get married. Let alone, so, you know, I'm hoping that his comedy, because he has a new Netflix special, like this nasty uncle, or is just a persona he gives. Michael Epps, as he's aged, he's giving nasty uncle. What do y'all think?
I think that's the vibe he's trying to give.
Is that what? But is that who he? I don't know. It just seems, I don't know. He just gives nasty nigga vibes sometimes. But I'm hoping that's just his on stage persona.
It's a persona.
You think so? When he go home, he reading the Bible?
Probably, yes. Absolutely.
In Acts 2. No, but shout out to her, right? This is her background is nothing to blink an eye at too, right? She's a award-winning TV producer too. I forgot some of the stuff that she was on, right? So sis is giving it too.
That's what's up.
Just what I'm saying. You niggas keep following these folks on social media thinking they live in one way and then they really live in another, right?
Surprise.
And they being booed up like LMA. Right. But you let alone following these prescription and scripts that Mike Epps giving you on his specials.
Meanwhile,
this
nigga is happily married.
He's in devotional, prayer. He's picking up groceries. He's taking trash out. He's taking the dog out.
He said taking trash out.
He's doing all that stuff, honey. What he's supposed to do. Have you seen his stuff on Netflix now? I want to watch it.
No, I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna watch it. You know, Mike Epps is a legend, so I try to give him his due where it's needed. Anyway, who is you?
I'm Nero.
And I'm Nyambi.
And this is episode 265, y'all. Happy Monday.
Yeah.
Be sure to leave a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-star rating and review on Apple Podcasts and on Stitcher, and follow us on all forms of social media at Black Love Matters. That's Black with no K. What's going on with you, baby?
Actually, I don't have a lot for my check-in. As y'all know, both our parents are coming in town.
Keep us prayed up.
So keep us lifted in prayer, right? Like I said, next week is the holiday. So just stay tuned to the social media with recordings will and won't look like. But I think you should be good. I think they should actually be good for the whole week. The only one that might be rough is that Monday. So Sunday, because I know we're going to be like with the family, church, and all that. But next week should be fine. It's just that following Monday. You'll have to take a peek at. I don't know. I'm always torn with family. Like, I feel like sometimes I either do team too much or nothing. I never know a happy medium. At this point in time, I'm at nothing. Because I have not booked anything. I have not put a reservation in. But I'm hopefully spend a little bit more time this afternoon, next couple of days, just to think thoughtfully. It's not over, right? They ain't here yet. It's some stuff you can still think and do thoughtfully, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well, how do you feel about this trip coming up?
I think always when the parents come in, it's like one of those, I want to say stressful. It is stressful. It's like one of those stressful periods of time. It's like the highest alertness you're going to be, the highest judgment you're going to receive from anybody that you know.
How do you feel more about your mother coming here? Or was that for your mother?
No,
was that for my parents?
I think it's for all the parents.
Oh, okay.
Because, you know, parents just be walking around the house
just expecting
with
shit,
a white glove and shit, looking in the fridge, looking in the freezer.
You don't got no snacks?
What y'all got in this freezer?
No snacks.
You ain't got no catfish in here?
No, we just don't keep catfish and collard greens on deck. We have to make those.
So, you know, I think that's going to be an interesting thing. Also, like, you know, how some of the rules of the apartment is. So I think they're going to be like, what?
What's the rules?
Ain't no barbecue. Y'all ain't got no barbecue grill?
I'm a little thrown off because even 4th of July for food, right? Like the idea of actually going to buy a barbecue was weird.
Yeah.
I mean, but what we also could do is just buy a few slabs of ribs.
Yeah, we could.
And just make the sides too. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, we can do that too as well. So, you know, I just think about like that type of stuff. But I think it's going to be fun. I think it's going to be fun all in all.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I worry about Mabel though with these fireworks though. So hopefully where we go see fireworks, hopefully we can take her because it just began a little bit last night. You can tell she didn't lose it, but she was kind of like,
maybe we're gonna be under that bed.
That noise, right? You could tell she was kind of like, they shooting guns out there, and I don't feel safe.
Maybe I can't fault you, honey.
You could tell she gave a vibe of it, right? The next thing is I'm to the point where y'all, you know, I've been here a little over a year and a half. Is it a year and a half? No, a year and a few months. Year and a quarter. And I need clothes. Like I stretched as much as I can stretch, but I need like not even just size. Y'all know I go back and forth with my size and everything, but I need California clothes.
You do?
Like I don't have thin clothes that can be layered. I don't have jeans that are like flexible. Like, I don't have anything California based.
Nope.
And I'm feeling it now because it's just like, what am I supposed to wear? Like I dread getting up in the morning and trying to figure out what I'm gonna wear. Mm-hmm. Because it's like, even like wearing sundresses, it doesn't matter because it's really cold in the morning, then it's hot in the afternoon. I'm confused. What shoes y'all wear in California? Just loafers? Because gym shoes seem too casual unless you're like walking around in the city. Right? Like, I don't know. I just need to do it. And I'm not actually looking for it. It's been a while since I've actually been did a big thing shop, not just buying one or two things. Mm-hmm. And I think, well, it depends who you are. Shoot, every quarter, some people. But you like once a year, every year and a half or so, we got to kind of do a whole overall of your wardrobe just to make sure you're not dated. Like, that's kind of that's where I'm at now. To be like, oh, this needs just a refresh. Like, it's not about fit anymore. The washing machine can't help this no more. Right? This is faded enough. I have got enough wears out of these jeans. Right? Mm-hmm. Like, or it's getting to the point where even if you got clothes, you'd be like, no, I don't know if I'll put that to the Goodwill. Well, you don't maybe need it. No one needs it. So I'm just really at that point, and I'm trying to wrap my head around what that means. Yeah. I finally got to washing my hair, y'all. Ooh. Only took a week and a half. I still haven't blow dried it. Oh. So I'm still got a quarter left of blow drying and twisting. But once I get the blow dried, twists can be done quickly. So I'm grateful for that. Okay. The other thing I'm talking about, I was actually having a conversation with Nia, right? We've been really, because Nia and I have had a lot of death in the last 6 to 9 months, would you say? I feel like me and Nia tag team. Mm-hmm. Like, I'm like, Nia, guess who done died? And he be like, oh, Lord, I'm sitting in the car. And then he be like, Nyambi, guess who done passed? And I be like, oh, Lord, I'm sending. I was going to tell Nia we should just keep one card and just keep sending it back and forth to each other. One condolence sympathy card. Right. And just maybe write a message to each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? You like just write a letter back and forth to each other. Right. And just whoever have it last. Look, maybe that's the race too. That's one of them things. That's something you can cherish till you die. Our kids are cute. They're like, look what these fools is writing. But something that we had in the conversation that both of us came to terms with, and Neil was like, I was telling my other friends, and they was like, don't talk like that, don't do that. He said, but I knew Nyambi would hear me. We were just talking about the death of families. Mm-hmm. Like, not people, but whole generational lines. Like, meaning that if you look around a lot of family, that last person that could pass on the name either don't got kids, not gonna have kids, right? Mm-hmm. Or it's just dying off. Like, it was a point where families, especially black families, were growing. Right. So even at funerals, we're more like, you like, so-and-so got another baby, they doing this, and wait, the baby's got a baby, but that's not happening now. Right. So family lines are literally dying off. Right. Mm-hmm. And we both were saying, like, yeah, that's it. Right. Because I think back to my family line, or like, I think of more so my dad's side, they good, honey. There's still a lot of them. But to like my mother's side of the family, it ain't many left. Right? Like, it's none. Right? I only can think of one that's maybe carrying on the family name line. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? Uncle Jubah's son. Oh. That's it. Right? Because you have to go through the son. Right? If you're doing, westernized society, all that kind of stuff. Right? That's only one. And, yep. That says something. Mm-hmm. Compared to when the generations before, it was so many. In so many ways to spread out, but it's not. It's dead. That line, that family line is dying, right? And that's I forgot he told a story. I'm a butcher this, Nia. So you might have to link it to me so I can share it with the folks. So, like, Nia's very into like anthropology, languages, people, culture, like the evolution of it. And he was talking about the folks on this island right outside of South Carolina, and then like they lived on the island and they lived off the trees and everything, and like they built boats, like, and their main resources was this trees though. But as you've seen time and time again, less and less trees would come every year, and the elders were warned younger people to be like, you need these trees, do what you got to do. And people were just like, no, don't worry about it, until one day the last tree died. And like that was the death of those folks, right? Like you stuck on the island, you can't make no boats to get back and forth, there was no food, right? And like imagining how those folks been like, this is the end of the family line, right? Or however you do get across, right? Whatever the cultures and traditions you have is not lost, right? And Nia was saying like how he feels like he's in this situation with his family, right? And I'm like, ditto, right? Like just the the work that was put in to get here, right? Like if we not so many generations back from slavery, we're like I said, we are our grandparents, great grandparents' wildest dreams, right?
Right.
And not that we're still not progressing, but it's something about that loss of family, that connectivity that just makes me hurt. It makes me so sad. And that's actually a conversation that Niram and I was talking about, because we did a little date night and went to go see The Last Man in San Francisco. And like we're talking about long term being out here, but the disconnect from family and friends, right? We're really on an island out here. And isn't that serving us, right? It just got me to thinking, right? But more so even than that, like get yourself in order. Right, like we're thinking about more high level philosophy type questions. It's your choice if you had a kid or not, right? That's fine. But even if, y'all, it is so important for us to get our affairs in order before you leave this earth, right? If that's life insurance, fine. Everybody can't afford life insurance, no problem. Wills can be free. A Word doc, something written in pen and paper. Don't just rely on word of mouth anymore, right? You know how your people are, right? Bank accounts, basic shit, right? This is even folks, when you get a certain age, when you get over 30, and if you have a bank account, you need to have somebody else on that bank account, right? So they have access to your funds, right? Because banks will look at you like a plum full, right? Like little things like that, like making sure if you got parents, older folks, you do, get somebody else on that account that you trust.
Another thing I would also add is passwords.
Yeah.
And it's that, when you gone, especially when it comes to like these privacy and things of that sort, you heard many times of, elderly couple or somebody elderly die, they gave them an iPad and Apple wouldn't let them in or whatever, right? So like even that, passwords to things and even working on that, because that's something I've even been thinking about, right?
Yeah.
Like if I get up out of here, I got all these businesses, I got all these social media accounts, that should just be locked out.
Yeah. And like, hopefully I'm tech savvy enough to figure something out, right? But still, like, why we shouldn't have to go through all that, right? That's the stuff that we really have to do, right? And it doesn't matter how little or how much money you have, getting your affairs in order. And something else that rings true, that what Nia was saying, how, Black folks sometimes, when we get to planning funerals and doing stuff, we always get into this thing, so-and-so wouldn't be happy. Oh my goodness, if they knew they was doing this, they'll be turning in their grave. And what Nia like provided a different perspective to say, no, they wouldn't. And I'm like, Nia, why are you gonna say that? What you mean? He was like, because so-and-so knew how they child, they cousin, they mama, they auntie, they children, whoever's gonna be lover, multiple lovers, was. But yet they decided to still have it ambiguous. So this is what they wanted, right? If they wanted something different, they would have did something different, right? Like, that stuff just rings true, right? Like, if you know you got sorry family, recruit a friend. I know that's hard to do sometimes, but sometimes you got to recruit a friend and tell your last wishes and write it out. Make it plain, y'all. Like, long as it's in your own. Honestly, you got to go to the point where the wills and to the county and the clerk. Just get something written down, right, and get it notarized. Get something. Because folks get in denial when this stuff happens. They don't believe in shit, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, get something and make it plain. So between, like, the idea of navigating through the deaths of Black families, like long Black family lines, that history is just, it's like we're going through a second erasure of history, right? Like, so the first erasure was when we came over due to slavery, right? The transatlantic passage, right? But there's something happening now where there's another erasure of our culture, right? And I don't know what that's about. I mean, we try to put our hand on it, right? Because it's not necessarily the older generation, right? But it's them folks who was teenagers in the 80s that, I don't know what happened. The ones who are in their mid-50s now, early, it's something happened that it has been because it's their turn to be the matriarch and patriarchs of the family. It's time for them to be big mama and papa and all that.
And they're dropping the ball.
And the balls have been dropped, right? Interesting.
It is.
What you think?
I think that is interesting, right?
Because if we're thinking traditional stance, it's time for them to be the rock of the family.
Yeah, and I even think about that, right? So, when it comes to like our generation, right? So we up next.
Yeah.
And the thing is like when we get up next,
who gonna be there?
Based
Just
off
Mabel.
of the previous generation. Like, they didn't leave us no foundation. So I think about that. They sold
all the land done got sold. The houses done got sold. We start from scratch.
So I even think about, like, my dad's situation. And, like, and and the thing is, it's heirs land, right?
Yeah.
But it's so many people living on that land. Like, I'm okay with it. Like,
Yeah,
cool,
I don't care as
do
long
what
as
you
my
want to
people
do.
stand on it, right?
But like, I just think about that, right? They don't have no formal process. They don't have no formal paperwork. And like I said, all it takes is one family member
To cut crazy.
It could be me to say, you know what? I don't want no parts of this land. I want to sell my part in the land.
Yeah.
And since we don't have no formal paperwork, now it's forcing everybody off, right?
Yep.
So,
and then the white people be waiting for that to happen and swoop in and get that land for a quarter of the cost.
Yeah. So I really think about all that. I think about, what the actions that they are doing now, how that affects our generation and
I'm saying this
our
and there because I do
things of that sort.
Exactly. I'm saying this and there, right? Because some of the actions we don't have it is their choice, right? Yeah. It has nothing to do with us.
Right.
Yeah.
So like, houses that great granddad, big mama them built, they bare hands, paid for it, the land paid for it. That ain't necessarily our shit. That don't go to us first.
No, that goes to the kids.
Right.
Yeah. That one comes to us to after.
Right.
Right.
So, it is something, right? It's really disheartening. And, this is something that, we can talk about more when we get to the topic of the last black man in San Francisco.
I'm even thinking about, I don't know how my parents going to be up for it, having them have a conversation on it, right? Because I even see in that age group more and more, not with my parents necessarily, but just other folks in that age group who don't talk as much as about the next generation or two generations out as much as we do or my grandparents' generation did.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like my grandparents constantly was like, this is for you. Like,
right. Y'all gonna have all this when I'm gone.
Yeah, like, very much so. And I feel like, especially now, like, some of the older millennials are very much like generational wealth. Three times out. Like, how do I have to do it so my folks don't have to work a 9 to 5? But it's something about that middle generation. I don't know what the hell. I don't necessarily hear the Wu-Tang crew. Look, I'm the white people. Look, I'm Reagan. The hippity hop. What?
But it's something
about that. It's something about the Tupac generation, honey. I don't know. Is that little? No, that's still too young. It's a little bit older than the Tupac generation. Do you know what I'm talking about? What's that? We got to get their years down. You know what I'm talking about, though? Y'all know what I'm talking about. So they would have been in their 20s when Tupac was big, I would say. Right.
So like it's something to think about, right? It's something to, as the culture is swaying now, that thing like thinking about three generations later. Yeah. Trying to build some type of wealth, ownership, and things of that sort. And I think one of the things
that mean we done had chances to own it.
And I think you can think like the folks like Jay-Z and
Tyler Perry, honey.
Tyler Perry.
Don't leave his name out.
And like other folks like that, right? Nip Hussle, that's talking about like ownership, owning your shit. Yeah. But I think for that generation before us, like they was really on that
mine and mine only.
Mine and mine only. Very and like
selfish.
that.
Not selfish. I don't want to use these words. I don't want to, no judgment, no heat. What Ian will say, just facts.
But it's that whole notion of like no ownership, right? Like I'm just gonna do it.
I'm gonna do me.
I'm gonna do me. So it's like, how did that
doing
change?
Me with the parachute of big mom and pops back down south, right? That you can always go to, right? But I necessarily don't know if that generation is providing that same parachute,
right?
Jesus. Folks from that generation, y'all call us late 50s, early 60s. What's going on?
What y'all think about this shit? Because it is something, and like I just go back to it. Did the crack epidemic really fuck this up? Like that?
It gotta be. I'm saying it's the crack.
That's the only excuse I can come up with.
Yeah.
Because, are you doing with your update? You got some other stuff?
Oh, no, go ahead.
No. Because I was going to say, like, how even the movie, right? How they lost this house.
Yeah, you can start talking about that.
Because of the crack epidemic. So, Nyambi and I went to go see this movie called The Last Black Man in San Francisco.
Where's the headphones? We got to play that sad-ass song. Oh, my God, y'all. Nero's going to give you the appropriate review. I'm going to give you the nigga rich review. It was a horribly sad movie. I would never be able to hear that song again without busting into tears. It was way too many niggas said in the film for way too many white people.
The thing is, we are just in a very...
It was so many white people there.
But the thing is, it's the same thing with Shaft. The thing is, we're just in an area where we're definitely like hyper conscious about our blackness, right? Yeah. So it's almost like we can't even really enjoy ourselves unless we go to like Oakland or San Jose. Exactly. And the thing is, they're still getting pushed out, right? So it's like, at this point, like, where do the blacks go enjoy movies? And it was just crazy to see, like, the thing is, yes, it was a lot of niggas, but in the age range of what these kids are, they say nigga a lot.
Yeah.
Like when you're around black folk, you just say nigga a lot. It just slip up.
Yeah.
So it just happens, right? And the thing is, with that happening and us being around, I like all these white folks. I like them laughing in the movie when somebody say nigga, and just like, wait a minute,
that shit ain't
fuck
funny.
y'all laughing for?
The shit's not funny,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what throws me off.
Right. So the movie is about, spoiler alert, niggas, as I say nigga, and some people even say like we say nigga a lot.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna go. I am aware, and maybe we haven't had the episode of the conversation of do we say nigga, do we stop saying nigga. I'm very aware of the company I keep when I say nigga. I'm not going to work nigga this. I be in the company of niggas when I say nigga. And I feel like black folks, we the only one that have to hold ourselves to this godly level. That's just like the shit with Lizzo, right? Like Lizzo's this big girl, right? But for her to be fabulous, the bitch got to play the organ, the harmonica, the cello, sing rap, all this shit, jump on top of a birthday cake, be a bride, hit the splits. Like, it's just too much, right? Where I believe white communities, LGBT communities, say a lot of inappropriate shit, right? But they have the comfortability to just say it in front of themselves and don't have to explain themselves to other people. When it comes to us and niggas, we always got like, why? That pisses me off.
Yeah.
As you can see.
Yeah, I see you hit it.
I'm trying to see how Niram got this Spotify set up. I ain't never seen it. It's just so hard to play. I never even see it look like this.
Oh, because it's just updated.
Oh, okay. I'm so confused.
Why don't you go to Apple Music then?
I'm about to. They just lost my But no, and we can have a conversation about that because people ask me all the time, like, you say, I can't believe you say nigga, da, da, da. I'm like, I can't believe you don't think I say nigga.
Right. So the movie, The Last Black Man in San Francisco, it's kind of a coming to age. It's kind of a movie about like gentrification in San Francisco. So it's about this main character. His name is Jimmy and his friend Montgomery, and it pretty much follows him as they try to figure out like how to deal with loss. And what I mean by loss by Jimmy's childhood home. Yeah. So you see the movie it's more about like Jimmy going to this house that the main narrative of the story of this house is that his great grandfather built this house with his bare hands after he came back from the World War, and it was his childhood house, and he lost it somewhere around like 9-10, like his father lost it because of the crack epidemic. So like Jimmy became so tied to this house because like this was the only place where he had safety, and once he lost the house, he went through like the system, went through like group homes and things of that sort, traveled a lot, and pretty much was like homeless. So he like slept in cars, things of that sort. But this house was the only thing that like made him stay safe. So as he got older, like Jimmy like would go there and like take care of the house while the owners were there.
Absolutely. So like painting. That's another low key thing people don't tell you about San Francisco. Like those expensive painted lady house, they raggedy as hell. Mm-hmm. Like when you roll up on them compared to what I'm used to seeing, like homes being kept up in like Detroit and the lawns and painting, right? Like stuff like that was done quarterly, taking sure your lawn is taken care of, making sure you're painting, power washing. It looked like they only do that out here once in 2 years, right? So he would go and do old black man shit, right? Paint the things, clean up the garden, pull the weed, like normal upkeep of the home.
Right. Mm-hmm. So he would do this, and like the white people that be staying there, or mostly the white women, would be like, "Get the fuck out of here," and like throw all types of shit at him and things of that sort. Meanwhile, the man in the house would be like, "Okay,
just let him. If you want to do that, like fine." Yeah.
So like that was pretty much like the overall premise or the underlying like beat of the movie. Mm-hmm. You know, there were some other things with like gun violence and
just black masculinity
and just black masculinity and like black men friendship, which is kind of interesting between them. Like I felt like they had like a very vulnerable relationship.
I agree.
So yeah, it was pretty much that. And what happened was the family that was there, they end up having some housing issues as well.
Yep.
So the person that was staying there,
that's the family.
Somebody in their family, I guess was their mama's house. Mama died, and like the sister wanted to sell it, but meanwhile somebody else is staying there, so they got put out. So Jimmy and his friend Mont go and
probate, and so that while they're doing
that, so while they're gone, they go occupy the house and put furniture in there. He's taking care of it.
Yeah.
His grandfather's furniture, trying to make it what it seems like back was when he was younger. So he goes through all this, and then like they put his shit out because they selling it. So it's a war between him and the realtor, or the realtor of like putting his shit out, him putting his shit back in.
Because the family kind of really don't know, right?
Yeah.
Like,
As well as like trying to get a loan to like buy the house, like just trying to find ways to procure
and
the
meanwhile,
house.
this house is worth what $4 million. It's like
$4
one
million.
of the painted ladies, like the Full House house. That's what they call out here. That's what they out here. They call the Full House house. You know what I'm talking about? Every step that house.
The painted
They
ladies.
call them painted ladies, and it's one of those types of houses. And they're like, that house is at least $4 million.
Yes.
As is.
So he goes. I
people
feel
paying cash, right?
Yes.
Like people not saying, "Oh, I got a conventional. I can put what $4 million. What is that? 800,000.
Yeah.
I can put $800,000 down. It's 20%. No. People are like, I have $4 million to give you.
Here you go.
Yeah.
I think one of the sad things about this movie is like when he went to the loan officer and it's like, I know y'all got to meet quotas. Like you can just give me any type of percentage. Like this house means so much to me. Just give me predatory, like whatever. Like I'm begging you. Like I need this house. And they be like, no.
No. Sad, ain't it?
Yeah. So when it's all said and done, his friend does this play here. And he's like reenacting like the things that pretty much was going on throughout the movie. And he finds out that the house wasn't built by his great-grandfather, like Jimmy's great-grandfather. Just like everybody else has been saying. And like by him saying it out loud, it kind of just like broke Jimmy's heart. And the thing is, he was like, I knew this, but I've been told so many times that this was it, or I've been saying it so long, like this is the narrative that I just been believing. And it really goes back to like letting go of something that had that safetyness, to like move on.
Yeah, with his life.
Yeah, so like move on in his life. So it's really about like gentrification. It's about black man.
His grandfather owned the house.
Yeah,
right?
he did.
But his dad lost it because it looked like it was given to his dad, and
Yeah,
he lost it because
it.
he got hooked.
Yeah, he got hooked on that shit.
Yeah.
All right, Nyambis.
I don't have anything. It was just a horribly sad movie. It was beautifully lit. It was extremely quiet. It was a lot of long stairs.
Moonlight had a lot of long stairs too.
It was a lot of skateboarding down steep hills.
That's San Francisco.
Yeah, so it was a lot of like, even like they had scenes like with these boys, like basically some boys hanging on the corner. Like they almost was caricatures of each other. Like, and maybe that was intentional.
Yeah.
Right. Like it was just so much where it's like, what are y'all talking? Y'all are grown. And why are you sitting at this corner from 8 a.m. to midnight? Right,
Doing
like,
the same shit.
Just doing what are y'all doing, right? Or even the thing when it was like hit me and what you niggas just I don't got nothing else to do. Or when he was kind of get rolling up on him and he was trying to hit him, but he just busted out crying because one of the friends died. Like,
yeah,
it was a lot. Support it, but it's definitely an indie. Make sure you get snacks. I think I just felt away because it was like the average age of the audience member was at least pre-antebellum South. Like everybody had to be like 83.
it was a lot of white people in there.
Old white people.
Old ass white people.
Like meaning like needing walkers.
The thing is, it's probably just like their theater, right?
Oh, and I intruded.
Yes.
What?
But that's the thing, right? It didn't play in like most of the major like movie theaters. It played in like the smaller ones.
Yeah.
So that was another thing, right? Even when we went to go see Shaft, like our typical movie theater only had it at weird ass times.
It was like 9
1 p.m. and like 10, 11 p.m.
Yeah.
And it's like, what the fuck is this?
Oh, did we tell y'all we went to go see Shaft?
Surprise!
On a higher note, but no, play this sad ass song. Is this what we gonna name the San Francisco? We're just gonna name this episode San Francisco.
Yeah, we can.
Hey, hey,
Yeah.
You know this song is so sad.
It's sad. Naomi's like, this song's so damn sad.
Y'all know I love a good sad song. But this one they can keep.
Why?
Now when I go to San Francisco, that's all I'm gonna hear.
if you're going
Maybe it's
to
their song.
San Francisco,
Now I can't even go to fucking San Francisco.
be sure
I
to
can't even go with Happy
wear
Flowers in your hair.
What the fuck is this? Is this a
If you come
Yes.
Is this a remix? Or is this an original?
I-
I feel like I've heard this song before,
Uh-huh.
but maybe I never knew the words. Let them play it. Play the sad song.
What?
Let them keep playing the sad song.
What? I don't think you said wear some flowers in your hair. You're gonna meet gentle people there. What's that about that?
This song don't sound oppressive.
It does.
Pause this. I don't want this anymore.
But he's like, go to San Francisco, wear some flowers in your hair. You're gonna meet some gentle people there.
It don't sound like that's what he was saying.
Oh, what do you
It
think?
seemed like it was code word.
For what?
Something else.
Like?
Be careful, niggas. It sounded like be careful, niggas.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it sounded.
But it was a good indie movie. It was written by a black boy. It's really is loosely based off his life story of like him losing his family house in San Francisco.
No, I think you did a right thing on there. It was good. Y'all should see it. It is definitely an indie film. You just got to get ready for it.
Yeah.
All right.
What's this?
What you mean? What's this one? All right. Now we just seen the next movie we seen. Y'all ready for this one?
Brother man, you heard about the better than the other man. Sophisticated, funkin' everything you do, but they don't understand. Who that cat won't cop out? Double park, then hop out. Laugh at danger.
This ain't the Migos
It's no
version.
stranger. It's Shaft. Brand dude, don't know about him.
What the hell they do to
Let
Shaq?
me find the Migos version.
No, I want to find the Isaac Hayes version.
Here we go.
Now I know why
Too much
Isaac Hayes.
Shaft.
No.
Here we go.
This is what we seen Shaft. Oh, Shaft was a nigga film. I think the way you should see The Last Man in San Francisco is either before or after Shaft.
Generation after generation, handle
much
business
Shaft.
without hesitating. Say the world gon' change, but I'm still waiting. I done ran out, but I'm still patient. Who is the man? Yeah, with
have
the
no
bands,
culture.
yeah, with the plans, yeah. Who
The
they gon'
ancestors
call
will
when
be
they
this
come
way.
in the bam, yeah. Too much Shaft coming through there.
much Shaft.
Too much Shaft run through there. Who you gon' call us a shootout? Black man looking
Pause
for a way
this
out. Ooh, blessing all his black suits and all the fans.
What?
Now, somebody, you know I say people don't roll in their graves. You know who is? Isaac Hayes.
Too much Shaft.
This is why Isaac Hayes' sons was like, they ain't even come to me. And this Charlemagne ass. So I think I heard the thing.
Too much
They was
Shaft.
like, yeah, they sampled it, but they ain't used his music. I said, oh, it's disrespectful. Can you put on the real original Shaft? Just go back. Just out of respect. Just put on the Isaac Hayes. Like, thank you. Just out of respect. We can't. There we go. Nah, Isaac ain't gonna talk for 30 minutes.
Right. It's only a 4 minute song.
Okay.
You can fast forward it?
Wait, I want to hear the intro a little bit. Wait,
Okay.
wait. Hey. No perk. All right, now you can fast forward it.
Boom.
See, it's still introing. We're a minute in. No words. How long we in here? I'm still no words.
1 minute and 9. Come on.
No words.
What
What
is
did
it?
it? Oh no, that
Nope,
still ain't
not
that.
yet.
Oh,
Oh, fast forward it. Still a minute
is
and 3
this
minutes.
just
I don't know.
Oh, maybe it's the instrumental.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Gee. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, it don't come until 3 minutes in. Let me.
Could you imagine working with Isaac Hayes and they be like, we looking for the intro, and they give him this? You be like, my nigga.
Who is the man
There you go.
that would risk his neck for his brother, man?
Hey. Gang, gang.
Here, don't
Oh.
be disrespectful. You just don't say it. All right, come on, bring it down.
Who's the cat that won't cop out when there's danger all about?
Okay. So just out of respect, we had to bring it full circle. So we seen Shaft, which I think should be also required viewing for niggas if you're going to see it. If you going to San Francisco, oh my God. I'm never going to be able to come into the Bay again. I ain't going to be able to see no Bay Bridge without thinking of that song. I'm going to just cry on the train.
Gentrification is the real thing, man. And they taking our shit.
I know.
It's crazy.
I think Shaft was good, though. At first, I had low expectations.
Why? Because there's a lot of white people there. And
No, it's just I didn't know where they was gonna go with this. Right? Like it seemed like it came out of nowhere. Usually, we get heads ups about these things. I feel like Sam Jackson and I don't know who this new boy was doing. He actually is a good actor. Richard Roundtree. They've been pretty much in the media, and also Regina Hall. And I feel like they ain't even mentioned Shaft until the weekend it came out. I feel like they just did an Instagram post. Go see the movie, y'all. And it's like, y'all ain't gonna do no media on this. But it got Kenya Burris and all those folks in there. So it got some decent folks. And I could see it creating a whole new generation stir up from it. I don't want to give too much of it away, but it's like the intergenerational of Shafts, all the way back to Richard Roundtree, who's the original Shaft, right? Can we talk about the grace in aging that Richard Roundtree is doing?
I can only hope to have a full white beard like him.
His beard was lush and pure white, with a pure white lineup on the top, in the head, and in his skin was moisturized. His clothes looked good. When I tell you that old man is age, he was looking better than Sam Jackson.
Stupid.
And the young boy he played was good. I don't know why I thought that was going to be Brandon T. Jackson. Is Brandon T. Jackson on The Sick and Shut In?
I don't know.
That role had Brandon T. Jackson written all over, didn't it?
He did.
And he kind of missed his blessing on that one.
He surely did, though.
Like, because he almost looked like Brandon T. Jackson. I mean, I'm happy this other young brother, Bruff. Is he a Bruff? Is he from across the pond?
No.
No, he's not from across the pond.
No, he's not.
I think this was his, like, debut. Good for him, though. Regina Hall gave it. It was interesting.
Jesse T. Usher, I think is
Yeah,
his
that's
name.
why I thought it was Brandon T. Jackson. Can you Google Brandon T. Jackson? Can we just make sure he okay?
Let me see.
I just want to make sure he okay. I want to make sure I'm talking about the right Negro.
Yeah, I think you are.
Like, it just seemed like that's it. So he was like a younger Nick Cannon. Like, he reminded me very much of like a Nick Cannon type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's older now. He absolutely should have played it. Oh, his picture don't even show up. Oh, maybe he's too old. Because he's looking a little old.
He's 35.
Maybe he is too old.
How old is Jesse T. Usher?
Or look old in the face. I don't know which one. No shade. You know, shade. No heat, no judgment.
What was that joke? Old dad face looking.
Oh yeah, he's 27. He got a baby face. Yeah. Brandon could be his daddy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe Brandon's just too old. I'm sorry, Brandon. I just put it up on Google. Maybe it's just old pictures.
Damn, that nigga older? Never mind.
Yeah, he old.
Older.
Yeah. See, that's the one I remember. See that picture?
Right.
But that he ain't aging. He need to talk to Richard Roundtree.
I'm saying, I ain't seen that nigga since Big Mama's house.
Oh. I was going to say Percy Jackson in the...
Uh-oh. Oh, the lottery ticket. Was Lil Bow Wow on the lottery ticket?
Probably. Seems like it. All right, come on, Aaron. We got anything about Shaft?
It's nigga greatness.
Yes, Negro greatness. Like, don't go for looking for the extraordinary plot line. If you're just looking for Sam Jackson cussing and fussing. I will say that also, I'm jumping in my head. I know why I didn't want to see Shaft.
Why?
Because I knew Shaft was not going to age well. Because Shaft is very misogynistic, very sexist, filling all the blank, right? That is what Shaft is. And the way that my wokeness is set up now, I can't give him the same grace and mercy in a 2019 film that a film I might have gave, the Grace and Mercy that was written in 1970, right? Because there's only so much you can do what was given to you at that moment, what was acceptable. But now I got a different mind. But they just didn't brush past it. Like, that's another thing I thought they were going to do. I thought they either were just going to try to stick to the Shaft and just be real raw and raunchy and act like we not woke no more. Or I thought they were going to try to really, like, PG-13 Shaft. And I think that defeats the character of Shaft. But I think they did a nice balance, right? Like, I think the son was that point to be like, you can't be talking to people like this.
Right.
Like, no, you don't be talking to women like that. Like, that's sexist as fuck, right? Like, I think his son did a good job of bringing that full center and also giving his dad vulnerability, right? Because there was moments when he was like, oh shit, I ain't know, like, I just thought this was supposed to be, right? So honestly, that's why I didn't want to see Shaft, because I didn't think it would. Shaft is one of the blaxploitation films that I don't know would have aged as good compared to like Coffee and Foxy Brown, right? Because it's more about woman empowerment and taking ownership of your sexuality, right? Although it is sexualization of black women, it's something about Pam Grier owning that sexuality and not having that forced on her. That is a lot more palatable now. But Shaft, that nigga,
too much Shaft,
like, was about fucking bitches, like, it's on to the next one
to please that booty,
right? Like that type of shit. So I just ain't know how that was gonna fall over, but they did it pretty good.
They did.
So it's pretty good. How your run go? I know we still doing check-ins.
Oh shit, this is the world's longest check-in.
Don't do that.
So I did 20 miles today. It was pretty decent. I really can't complain. I'm getting to the point where it just becomes longer and longer. Excuse me. It's just becoming longer and longer. Like I was just out there, and the thing is, people at my job are like, "So, Nair, what you doing?" It's like, "Well, I'm running 20 miles," and they're like, "Wow, what? What you doing that for?" So, it's just interesting when I tell people, like, yeah, I just ran 20 miles and it was kind of light work. And they'd be like, what? I would have just died. Like, what? I'm telling your mama. She's like, I would have just died.
What she
I
said?
said, what?
In the middle of the road.
Yeah.
That's what she said. She
said, I wish I can do that with you, but
She said blessings.
I would have just died.
Oh.
But, you know, it was good. I got out there early enough so the sun won't bake me too much. So I think that's always the thing running out here in Colorado Valley is that the sun is relentless.
It'll catch you.
The sun out here is no joke. Ain't no shade. Ain't no clouds to block it.
Nope.
When the sun, it's like I keep telling y'all, the sun is like a light switch. It just be dark and you turn it on
its own,
and then it's on
until the Lord turn it off.
Right, because I was like, I said, well, let me see what time sunrise is, and sunrise was at like 5:49. I said, oh shit, I definitely need to wake up at 4 a.m. to get out here.
Yeah.
But I literally looked at my watch and it was like 5:49, and I looked at the sun. And that bitch was just out. Like, hello.
And I'm here for my job, ready to check in.
Hello,
Are you
now.
here?
I hope you have some sunscreen because it's going to be a long and hot one. And that's literally how it was.
Yeah.
And all I keep telling myself is like, just get home before noon.
Yeah.
Just get home before noon because I don't want to be out there at noon because
It's the hottest part
it's
of
the
the
hottest part of the day. It just be hot. So yeah, it was overall a good run.
Good.
It was a good run.
Nice. All right. We got a Black love story?
We do.
All
And so as always, to submit your Black love story, go to blacklovematters.com. There's a tab there that says submit your Black love story. Y'all go there, fill it out, and we'll shout y'all out. So this week's Black love story is from Danielle and Jonathan Dillard, who has been together for 7 years and married for 2.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So how did they first meet? We have known each other since high school, but did not start dating until my senior year in college. I went to Florida State University. He went to FAMU. We ran into each other out, and I approached him, but he informed me that he had a girlfriend. A week later, he texted me to let me know that he was single and ready to mingle.
Oh, nigga, 1 week? Nigga, what's the feedback on a 1 week turnover?
Ladies, Sir Jeffrey is single.
Did you ever connect them? You gonna connect them next week?
Yeah, I'm going to have to do that.
Okay.
You know what? We should just put them on 3-way.
No. You ready to get...
What?
Listen, Mona Scott.
What?
You ready to get some shit
I'm
started?
trying to get
No.
this Black love started.
Let folks see if they energy mends naturally.
You know, I'm trying to get this
They
Black love started.
don't need Nerum as a facilitator, honey.
I was
People
talking
are
about
wrong.
thinking about you.
You really don't want Nyambi as a facilitator. No.
Because, you know, you always be trying to play matchmaker and shit.
I do like playing matchmaker.
So this is your job then.
Playing matchmaker is just putting people in the same room. Nerum is trying to be nosy as fuck. Go on a date with y'all.
No, I'm not.
Go out to
You know,
coffee.
just,
be talking. No, Nerum, no.
you know, get
And
some
Nerum's
updates.
a Cancer too, so he loves love. Like Nerum trying to plan y'all wedding.
Not
Where
trying to
Nyambi
play
just
with it.
saying, you know, if it ends in Cheddar Bay biscuits, it ends in Cheddar Bay biscuits.
I ain't trying to do all that.
You okay? You in full? How is it feeling to be in full Cancer mode?
I'm just
You in
waiting.
the deep end of it.
Jesus, I got therapy on Tuesday. I'm just trying to get past this.
Past what?
My birthday, cancer season, all that.
Do you feel a difference though, or are you really?
Yes, niggas just full of emotions.
What? How do it feel to be? I always curious with Cancer. So how does it feel to be y'all?
It was.
Is it just like a whirlwind of
Yes.
just?
I almost cried during my run today. I don't even know why. I was just out there running. And I was like, oh my God, it's just I don't know how I can be able to do this.
I know it's Cancer season because I almost cried at the baby dedication. I said, why am I crying? Fucking Cancer season. Fucking moon. It was up there because our pastor is on vacation for the whole month of July. So it's our white assistant pastor. I didn't have to add the adjective white, but I
Right.
did. And I said because I like him more and more. And the way he did the dedications were very special, right? Like he found out the name of the baby. Well, of course he knew the names of the babies because they were like submitted and all that stuff. Or if the folks attending church would know them. And he went and broke down. Well, first he asked the parents if it had meaning, right? And they used the parents meeting. But also he went and dug down and found the meaning of each name.
Oh.
Right. And you know, we come from a diverse church, right? So we're not just talking about Tabitha.
Right.
And when I tell you, it was like this little Nigerian family. When I tell you he killed him, he was like, oh, Wababe, Sebedate. I said, get that,
Right.
fuck it up. And he looked into the Nigerian meaning of these words and he tied it to they walk with the Lord.
Oh.
I said, come on, white man. I said, I see why they picked you. It was just so thoughtful that it like brought tears to my eyes. I was like, I bet everybody else in the audience like, because usually, no shade to y'all parents, them baby Christmas devotional be horrible. Especially if you a family don't do nothing after. I'm like, child, you ain't really have to tell nobody. Like they just be coming on up and the pastor like, who's
Who's this?
Linda? What's her name? Lacey.
Swami Nathan.
Lacey. Lacey. What's the mama name? The daddy ain't here. Okay, that'd be all on the mic. Daddy ain't here. Okay.
No.
Like, oh okay. Give him a postcard. Like give him.
Do you know the daddy name?
No, it's okay. It's okay, Lord. It's okay.
It's okay. You just married Magdalene. It's okay.
Daryl. But like this was just so thoughtful. You could tell that he sat down and like went to the origins of their name, right? Even if some of the parents was like, I just thought it was a pretty name, like, and he was like, no, that's fine. He's like, but I do believe, even if you just thought it was a pretty name, there was some thought in like it was destined that's gonna be your name, right? That was drawn to you for a reason. That's basically what he was saying in living up to what your name means and how to unpack that. It was just beautiful, and I got emotional, and I was like, fucking cancers. When is it gonna be Leo season? When is it gonna be time to show our new outfits? How do you feel in Leo season? When's the time to show our outfits? When is the time to go out?
Leos are so narcissistic.
Woo! What do you mean?
Look at me.
Yeah.
Tell me how good I look.
A Leo, we can give a good compliment, but we expect one back.
Why you're not asking me where I got my outfit from?
Knowing I look good.
Do you like my outfit? Tell me more about it. What's your favorite part of my outfit? God damn.
Where cancers meanwhile they crying in the back of the party. And Leo's like, I done bought this new outfit to come sit in the house and cry.
Somebody gonna tell me.
Okay, come on. What else? Come on, finish this love story.
When did each of you know that your partner was the one? She said he picked me up from class one day, and we were riding down the street, and the song came on the radio.
What song was it?
And we broke out doing the same dance at the same exact time. As funny as that may sound, I knew from that moment. That was my person.
What song was it? How you gonna leave that out? I be trying to connect with Niram on music, but he don't let me.
What you mean?
I be like, oh, what this song remind you of? And Niram be like, nothing. I'm like, well, good night.
Music is not my really thing.
You used to freaking DJ.
I know.
How can you even say that?
It's different though. Like
how?
For DJing, it's more of like controlling people. Truthfully.
Oh my god.
That's what it really is about. It's really about controlling people.
Oh, so I'd be a bad DJ because I'd be in my own groove with the music. Yeah. I'd be like the DJ who played the same song over and there because it hit.
Yeah.
Or I'd be feeling sad. I just play the Clark Sisters. And everybody like, I don't want to hear that.
I don't want to hear that. And so for me, like DJing, like I like more of the technical aspect of like DJing versus the music of it.
Oh, I like the feelings of it. That's why I want to be a DJ. I didn't even think about the fucking crowd. I was thinking about the music.
So that's more or less how I really thought about it. Like just having control of
the energy.
Like the energy of the music or the energy of the room. Whether it's, 14,000 people when I opened up for Young Jeezy versus, 800 people at a club. Like it's really about controlling the room. And for those 4 hours or how many hours I'm DJing, I'm controlling these people. Hand. I'm controlling these people.
You can make them dance. You can make them sit down. You can make them do everything, right? Well, whenever I thought about DJing, I just thought about how I was feeling and what songs moved through me. I'd be one of them DJs who be dancing in the booth. You know what I'm talking about? I forgot. I think my parents went to a New Year's Eve party. I think it was with the Masons or something. And like the DJ was horrible because he kept playing Michael Jackson, Remember the Time. And they was like, stop playing this shit. Like, what did he play like 4 or 5 times? And I guess he got drunk and was like, this is what the fuck I'm playing. And I think he pulled their card. Was like, well, if you can come back here and change the song, come do it. And they don't know how to work that equipment. Yeah. Then he hit the thing again. And then it came on, Remember the Time. Oh, come on, let's finish our Black love story.
What was the key to your success of your relationship? So for a while, we were in a long-distance relationship due to me being in grad school. When others rely on intimacy to connect, we had to rely on communication.
It's intimacy and communication, though.
Yeah.
I agree, yeah.
From this experience, we never had a problem communicating with each other.
I mean, as you get deeper and deeper in relationships, be it romantic or platonic, intimacy and that communication are key, right? Like, you have to learn intimacy besides like the sexual sense. If that's the only intimacy you have in your romantic relationship, you might as well draw up the papers. because that ain't gonna last forever.
Sure, like. What advice would you give young married couples? Your partner / your spouse will never say anything to intentionally hurt you. And says, anything else you want to tell us about your black love? She said, as a black couple, we truly appreciate you both for shining a light on black love. No one can love a black man like a black woman.
Thank y'all.
Or another black man. I'm going to add that too.
Yeah, black man, black woman. It's something special. We talked about this even when we started the podcast of just black love, period, right? Because it's something that is an unspoken there and an unspoken understanding and comfortability that I think is unmatched by any. So thank you again. What was their names one more time, Nero?
Danielle and Jonathan.
Right? Thank you, Danielle and Jonathan.
Y'all related to Carlos, Chris and Carlos Dillard? Y'all family?
Why do you always be bragging niggas in this
What? I'm just trying to figure out if they're related or not. I don't know if that's they people.
Oh,
yeah.
Maybe. I mean, did they say West Coast? No,
No.
they from FAMU. They from Southeast.
That don't mean shit.
Okay.
All because with the FAMU for undergrad don't mean nothing. Niggas could be Detroit.
They from
niggas.
Tallahassee. No, I'm joking. Come on.
All because you went to does that mean
All
you
because
from?
I went to 3 minutes from my house. My mama made me.
Oh,
That's one generational curse I'm gonna break. My kid is not gonna blame me for that.
because you know how I bring up my Christmas story and how everybody stole from me. Now I'll be wrong up the fact that she wanted to go to one university and her mom was like, "You gonna go to this one because they giving you a scholarship."
I was like, kick rocks.
And Nyambi ain't been the same since she ain't letting it go. Mama Nyambi, you see what you done to your daughter.
Exactly. I'm gonna let my kid go. My kid's gonna be like, oh Jesus, never mind. I ain't want to put that in the air. No telling where they gonna want to go.
Study abroad.
They're gonna go to Oxford and
Auckland and shit.
Yeah, look me. So you jumped over a lot of universities there. So whatever you're gonna study there, you're telling me there's nowhere in the United States that covers that. So not only are you paying out of state, you're paying out of
country.
international.
You're a foreign student.
So we got to get visas and shit. I can only imagine the premium they're layering on that shit.
So where do you want to go with this podcast? Like, you want to talk about Queen
I thought
Sugar?
you meant for real.
No.
I was like, let's talk about Queen Sugar and then we can wrap it on up for the day. I know we're trying to stay at the hour mark. We finally back on track with Queen Sugar, y'all. I'm not going to go in order. Nim, do you want to go in order?
No, I don't care.
David Allen motherfucking Greers. When I tell you David Allen motherfucking Greers is playing the shit out of this old mean nasty country man, Johnny, what the fuck his name is, Billy.
What is his name?
I don't know.
John Dale or something like that.
Dale.
Let's see.
When I seen him come with that tilted cowboy hat, is that what that was? Fedora. I don't know what he have on his head with that. Can we talk about black men in pure white beards and the beauty that is that? Because he's wearing the shit out of that beard. I knew as soon as he stepped on the screen, he was going to be a villain.
Jimmy Dale.
Jimmy Dale. I knew Jimmy Dale was going to be a villain. But the thing is, I'm rooting for that nigga. Come on, Jimmy, stir the pot. What we about to see? He is old country man swag. That's how I'm separate. Two different things. So he a villain. But outside of him being a villain, did he give you old country man swag?
Yes, he does.
He give me like, I see why the women used to make them collard greens.
I see why
I'm by make them prize pies. He got swag. He had the swag. You know all that charismatic bullshit. See, that's why women, we be hard. Because we see them niggas who be charismatic what they do.
Hit you in the mouth.
Hit you in the fucking mouth. You can hit him in the fucking mouth too. But I just had to separate and just talk about the brilliance that David Allen Greer is. Ava, I don't know if you're listening, Miss cousin Oprah.
Because we can't call her auntie. We call them cousins.
Cousin. Please.
Elder Oprah.
Sister.
Sister Duvernay.
Can we make him a regular? I know it's gonna be. I don't know the woman's name who played Aunt Vi. I know that's gonna be painful for Aunt Vi, but please keep him on the fucking screen. When I tell you it's beautiful, it's beautiful. Nova's fucking extra. Nova has to be a Cancer or a Virgo. But I don't know if Virgo's that in tune with their emotions. But I say she's a Virgo because she's so fucking disconnected on how motherfuckers feel. Like, Nova, you put all your family... First of all, your family just healed. And is still grieving your father. What, he been gone a year and a half? Mm-hmm. Jesus. So they're just getting to a decent place of just being. And you didn't think by writing a fucking graphic novel about the last 40 years of their life was going to be impactful? And okay... Art is art. You're going to do it. Fine. You didn't even give a fucking heads up, Nova?
No.
Because I get it, right? Because it's Nova's story, too, right? You shared. That's Nova's story, right? But it's just a common courtesy to say, hey, y'all might be mad in about a year. Mm-hmm. Right? Or couldn't have been no compromise with the shit that was shared? Right? Like, I feel like Nova did not even think about any other impact outside of herself in her fans or the greater good of people, right? Because I even get back to she couldn't even write this story and just change the names of the nigga. What's it called when the fiction loosely what's the biographies that's in fiction? Yeah. And the thing is, you could just keep it exactly how it is and just say it's fiction.
All right.
Because I was more worried about her sister and her trial and shit. Wait a minute, sis. You know how white people treat niggas? Right. They've been pulled this back in court. That's what I was thinking, but I'm sure maybe all that's been settled out. But Nova, I don't feel that sad for Nova. But her family was intense. Like, it was a lot of, I don't want to see you. Don't talk to me again. And I thought they just meant this week too, Nova.
No.
But they said for 10 years.
Dead to me.
Like, that was a lot. Like, that was a family now. Nova, first of all, y'all know Nova be on fuck shit. This really shouldn't surprise you a lot. You should have just banned her from the barbecue.
No.
And then we'll talk Labor Day. After she do her tours. What you thought about it, Naomi, her sharing?
I think she did bad. She did bad. She fucked it all up. Mm-hmm. If you're going to tell some family stories, you talk about the people who dead. You know what I'm saying?
You say you talk about all the dead people?
Right.
That's true. Or you talk about yourself.
Right. You talk about yourself.
I still want to read Nova part because I don't believe she told all the truth she had to tell. She was like, I too told my truth. I sold weed to the ninth word. Bitch, we talking about beating a rape case and getting people off and people whooping on my ass and blew out my baby. And you talking about, you talked about you selling drugs to the community? What the double standard are you talking about? The impact ain't the same, Nova. I told my truth too. Did you tell you was fucking with that police officer?
The Aunt Vi be like.
What happened?
This how Aunt Vi be like. She just be mad.
About to be on some real murder shit, eh?
This is Aunt Vi.
I'm telling you, man. Any nigga that ever looked at me wrong.
This Aunt Vi. Yeah.
Owes me money. Whoever said any jealous bullshit about me is fucking dead.
No, but you're dead to her.
You understand what the fuck I'm saying? Hey, they're fucking dead, man.
That's how the whole family was.
Queen Sugar to Nova.
Yeah, the Nova.
You're fucking
dead. That threw me off when they told her all that, though. I thought they were going to be like, I just don't want to see your face. Get out of my face right now. Mm-hmm. But a lot of them made it very clear. Ralph Angel was like, don't see blue. Like, she was like, she should have came to Ralph Angel out and that this boy ain't his son. Mm-hmm. Right, and I agree. Ralph Angel Blue do need to know that about his history. But that's not Nova.
Does it need to happen at 5? Or how old Blue is? 6, 7?
Honestly, they need to be more worried about what she wrote about Darla. That's what I want to know. Ooh. Because it's true. That's something Nova said. Is it true that we think we the first ones who went through any of this?
No.
And what she's saying is the poison in our community is that we don't share these stories openly.
And I understand that, Nova. But you got real life people who
now you giving Ralph Angel dialogue. I ain't no people. I'm your brother.
You got real life people with real life situations who like still trying to heal with this shit. Yeah. It ain't like Darla is on world tours talking about I used to be an addict.
I used to be sucking dick.
Right, and suck dick. Yeah. Like she's just still trying to make it good and be a sponsor for somebody else. Like
she ain't even comfortable doing that.
Right.
Yeah.
So like she's still going through some shit herself.
Yeah. And then Charlie bore it along with, honey.
Right.
She talking about Charlie, a light-skinned, privileged white woman. I said, God damn. Holding up patriarchy and racism through her light skin and gel manicures. I said, fuck. I said, you had to do Charlie bore it along West like that. And then Aunt Vi. The thing is, I'm so petty. They ain't really break down what happened with Aunt Vi. What happened?
I'm pretty sure it's all in the book, but they ain't really go into it like that.
This is me. I was holding on. What'd he do?
Oh my God. Let's go back to Jimmy Dale because he talking about
Jimmy Dale was bold to go in. First of all, he done went and stopped at every rib shack on the way getting to her and warned everybody that he going to go see his person, a friend.
I'm gonna go see Vi.
Oh, bold nigga.
I heard something about some pies.
Oh.
And Nova asked, I went to him to get his side of the story, but I found out it was a bad idea. You think?
What side of the bad idea is the man that used to whip your
auntie's
ass relentlessly? I'm assuming. Right. We're not talking about I threw a comb at the wall. He threw his fist at her face.
Right. Multiple times.
Right. And I'm thinking old school black nigga. Oh, they was tussling in that bitch.
Moving all types of furniture.
Because I seen how him and Hollywood was tussling. You see how he did Hollywood with age? He said, who's that little boy you got out there? I said, oh. First of all, Hollywood is grown and 60.
That nigga said, I was going to say I'm sorry, but you know what? I ain't.
Oh, country mean nigga.
I ain't sorry.
Well, you never was.
And I hope you still have scars and PTSD from it.
Did he say? Oh,
no, I'm just adding.
And then him and Hollywood tussling in the dirt. And David Allen Greer got a real cute. He gave her like a real, you know, the proud old black man ain't like nothing happened. Mm-hmm. And he walked away with one hand behind his back. But can we talk about Charlie Borderline Russ and how she, instead of her worried about that book, she need to worry about Killmonger. What's wrong with that boy? She got a word. Killmonger is going to put so much work on her. She done went to Paris, sent him to Paris to do a whole excursion. Mm-hmm. And he come back looking like Killmonger from Black Panther with freeform lots and a jean jacket and a gold chain. And so much that when she seen him, Charlie was shocked. She said, who the fuck is this nigga? And he coming back all woke, and now he done got letter threats, and Charlie Borderline Russ like, I take care of it. And he's like, it's my life. What do you think? And she said, listen, nigga, you done got at least 20 of these threats. I sent you to Paris to go rediscover your monkey ass and go to a fucking activist conference. That's how privileged he is. He went to a conference on activism. Mm-hmm. That seems like
very privileged thing.
No, like it's a what's it called when it don't go together?
It's just
a mess. So I'm like, he did that in Paris of all places, right? And I said, he so ain't off his square. He ain't realized somebody was watching him that whole time.
Right.
So somebody done followed him for 3 months and he ain't even noticed once. Killmonger can go sit down. But what Killmonger is doing is still keeping the faith with Nova. My thing is, I did Killmonger right when he pissed on himself. And he's going to forget that. We'll see what Killmonger do. Mm-hmm. But and Killmonger the son, I forgot his name. But that's who it is. Oh,
Micah.
Who you see? Micah. Micah's the new Killmonger. Who you looking at there?
It's Queen Sugar.
Oh, you about to quote something? What was this?
It was just intense.
Not your house, Jimmy. My house.
I see you got yourself that boy.
What's that boy?
Your new husband.
Hollywood. Is that it?
Oh, she about to read her.
He ain't a boy.
Yes,
he ain't no boy.
That's not gonna be.
I ain't never met no man allow himself to be called that. No, that ain't no man.
He's shady.
That's the name of a boy with stupid dreams.
With stupid dreams.
I didn't come here to talk about him. I came here to talk about us.
Ooh.
Oh.
Listen, I am sorry how we left things.
I thought you said, baby, I want you back.
Me too.
A young, dumb man back then.
Well,
everybody makes mistakes, but not everybody's man enough to admit to them. Some come to their dignity later in life.
Nigga, get to the point, mister.
You the last person who can ever talk about dignity, Jimmy Dale. Get out of my house.
This nigga's
so that's how you gonna do me?
Look, he flipped
After all this time.
You're damn right. There's the door using.
This nigga
still got that spice in you.
This nigga like Baltimore. Oh, here comes Nova ass.
Nah, Nova late ass.
Jimmy Dale.
Jimmy, what you doing here?
Shut up, Tara.
He's just leaving.
Oh, hey, Nova. Good to see you again.
Oh,
ooh, that's shady. I didn't know he did it.
Yes, he did.
Excuse me again.
Again? What?
What's he talking about?
Don't lie, Nova. It's in the book.
I can explain.
Look, ooh, that cockeyed,
the thing is, I'm so mad at Nova, I'm calling her Tara from her True Blood days. Y'all remember True Blood? She used to play Tara, old country ass. That's who this is. Niram, we cannot keep putting this for Oprah and Ava and them come get us.
Oh, what? They ain't gonna come get us.
That ain't not worth it. Sassy sister.
Uh-oh.
One hot piece of ass. I never should have tried to make you a wife.
He doesn't matter. He's not worth it. Jimmy Dale. Bring him back. I love it. You're playing this San Francisco.
So you see, this nigga's like, you just a hot piece of ass.
Oh, old ass. Still keeping that much fuss?
Can't turn a hoe into a housewife.
Nigga, you came to me and passing over all these plantations and rib shacks. But we ain't talking about how he showed up to her pie shop and she fainted.
Nigga, what? It's like her seeing the devil.
She better than me. I might have to never mind. I said, come on back here, let's talk. Come on back, nigga. Come on back to this kitchen with these knives. Come on back.
Jesus.
But no, Queen Sugar's getting really good. Mm-hmm. I think Ralph Angel too. Oh, Ralph Angel got him a nice chocolate girlfriend too. Mm-hmm. I love that.
And she a public defender.
And she a public motherfucking defender. And I already did the background check and I already know about his shit.
Right.
So we don't got to worry about it hitting the fan later.
Because you know I got to pass.
Ralph Angel be acting like he murdered people.
She's like,
I'm like, Ralph Angel, you sold drugs.
Look, I've
at
already
like 25.
I've already done a background on your ass.
She's like, I'm just making sure it's a non-violent offense, honey. You know, we can heal the other stuff, right? You got to be careful with the non-violent stuff, the violent stuff.
Hey, you know, Blue ain't my son. I know that too.
I read the book. No. Charlie Borderline What's Mexican boyfriend says he ain't gonna read it.
That nigga lying.
Yeah, I think he's lying too.
He gonna have an audio book. Yeah.
I was gonna tell him bad move, sir. I think I would read it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Queen Sugar was beautiful. As always, y'all should watch it too.
Yeah.
All right, we'll post it out there.
And well, that was a good episode, y'all.
We get into 4th of July. Cubicle Warriors, hey, go on. Hopefully you get Thursday and Friday off. Mm-hmm. If you don't get Friday off naturally, look at your pay time. If you got a little PTO, use it. Mm-hmm. Love on yourself.
And if
just
you
how
ain't
y'all
got no
look,
PTO, and you got some sick time, be sick.
Don't listen to me.
What?
Nerum love to start shit. But no, I'm for real. As much love as y'all give us the 5-star reviews, right? We want to just give y'all a little that reminder too. So if you haven't took a little piece of time off, if you got some time on Friday, there's no urgent stuff going on. Even if you don't got no family or nothing to do, just take off the day just to love on yourself a little bit more, right? Just do it. All right?
Yeah, so as always, to submit your Black Love Story, go to blacklovematters.com. To submit a question for Kitchen Table Talk, shoot us an email, blacklovematters@gmail.com. That's black love with no K. To leave a comment about anything we talked about, we got that website, we got that SoundCloud, and we got that voicemail. And that's at 508-784-1111. That's 508-784-1111. Talk to y'all later. And remember, love is ever evolving. Peace.
Happy Monday, y'all. San Francisco.
Oh, that's your song, baby?
Oh, my God, it's so sad. Bye, y'all.